everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Oh my goodness. I spent an hour and a half talking to American Express Travel, which was just beyond frustrating, as it always can be. I don't know why travel is not more easygoing. They should be able to figure it out these days, right? So, pardon my lateness. But, you know, over the last couple days, we have talked about decluttering, getting rid of stuff, letting stuff go, getting the trash bag out, right? Creating space for yourself, and shifting that energy around, yeah? And then yesterday, we talked about the idea of feng shui. You know, where can I place things? Where can I open up space? Where can I raise vibration? And what areas are going to bring in the money, honey? So today, I thought I would, good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Brooklyn. Oh, everybody's here. Good morning, Kaylee. So this morning, I thought, well, let's kind of expand on that a little bit, right? Let's just make this the week of design. And talk about your spirit guides and how, if you have not connected to your guides, how you can kind of figure out who they are or where they are from simply by looking at your own space. Or if you want to build that connection with them, how can you decorate your space to kind of call in that energy even more, right? So, good morning. Good morning. There's Helen. Hello, everybody. So, you know, I do believe that we all have guides. Absolutely, right? You've definitely got your master guide who is kicking you in the butt, right? I'm sure you know that feeling, that gnawing feeling. Something's edging you to go in a particular direction, or to let something go, or to move towards something. Usually your master guide really likes to kind of help with that life path, right? Good morning, Adrian. So let's just kind of talk about what that guide is. So the master guide, that's what I'm going to talk about for a second. The master guide, at least, you know, in my experience or my interpretation of it, we all have interpretations. So always go within yourself. Always tap into your own connection to see what resonates as truth for you. All right. But my truth, or my feelings around it, is our master guide is not someone we knew in this physical lifetime, right? So Uncle Joe is not our master guide. Uncle Joe could be a guide, but probably not our master guide. Good morning, Pumpkin. As you know, I had two amazing huskies that I love so much. And although they may be angels or guides for me, they are certainly not my master guide, right? The master guide to me is someone we did not know in this physical lifetime, but is someone who was in a physical presence at some point, right? They were a person, a human being, had human being experiences at some point. And through their passing and through their soul progression, they kind of kept graduating, right? They got their lessons down, so they graduated and graduated and graduated. So eventually they're at this level where they are agreeing to guide others in this lifetime. So they kind of choose us and carry us through this lifetime and help us. So help you with decision making, path, life choices. And you'll really know your guide is around because you'll be drawn to certain things you normally may not be drawn to, right? And our other guides can change, right? So if you are changing career, a different career guide may step in. Or if you're getting at another level in your career, maybe a new guide steps in. If you're going through a health situation, you may have a health guide step in, right? Someone new or a specialist, or you're having a breakthrough, whatever that may be. But the idea is that your master guide stays the same. Again, that's just kind of, you know, really what I've been taught, but as well as like my own belief system around it. You know, I've always known my guide and he hasn't changed. So I just feel strongly that there's some truth to this. So again, look inside yourself, find your own truth around it. But let's say you don't have the Dickens clue about who your guide is, right? You just don't know, or you want some validation that you have some feelings around it. One of the things you can do is look at your decor. What are you drawn to? Are you drawn to feathers? You know, do you want feathers up on the wall? Do you want arrows up on the wall? Are you drawn to stone and wood and fire? Or are you drawn to Aztec art? Are you drawn to the sea and ocean and mermaids and gods and goddesses, right? Look at your decor, because there's a good chance that your guide is decorating your place, all right? Decorating your space for you. So how many times, you know, this is actually funny, for any of you who have been in a relationship, I just know this for me, and it just popped into my head. How many times have you been in a relationship with someone and they want to decorate it the one way, and oh, Stephen, I forgot to put the fountain on. Look at this. I'm really getting in the way of my own abundance here. I'm going to do that as soon as we're done today, and then I'll take a video. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, so Brawny's got a mermaid and horses. Okay, so hang on one second. Let's go through this. So I had this partner that I lived with. He and I lived together, and he kind of wanted all this stuff that just I could not connect with. And I wanted some stuff that was older and earthy. And I really realized, because, you know, one of my guides, master guide, is Native American. And so I'm so drawn to feathers and stone and wood and fire and all those earth elements that we need for survival. So it's very interesting. So it was a combination of trying to deal with his guide and his guide was no way near my guide, and I'm like, oh, this is never gonna work. But yeah, so it is really great. So you know, and then so Keely, it's hearts and flowers and fire. So you have to ask yourself, what does hearts, fire, and flower represent for you? Good morning, Anne. Good morning. So what does it represent for you? You know, when you think about that, what area, what region, what time period did that represent for you? Now, there is a thing, I'm not going to get into it right now in this particular episode, because I want to talk about it on its own. But there are some things that you could bring into your space that represent a past life. But I don't feel that it's going to decorate the whole space, right? It might be a token of something and you feel really drawn to that. But when you start decorating the whole space with these elements, you're gonna kind of notice a theme, and it's in that theme that I feel like your guide is kind of stepping forward, whether you realize it or not. So it's kind of interesting, you know. Okay, so Liz has got Hello Kitties, unicorns, and bright fun colors. So that's exciting. That lets you know about your guide, right? Your guide is playful, fun. Maybe they're young. You know, or maybe they're, you know, really driving you to bring fun into your life, right? Yes, now you have some homework to do. You got to look around. But like, you know, I'll tell you, it may show things, look, but you can see I've got some candles really drawn to the fireplace. I mean, then this is just my space, right? You can see, look, feather, look, these are feathers, see? So just that natural desire, oh my God, I have to have that feather in the house. Like I can't just, you know, just doing stuff like that really is a key to say, oh, my guide is talking to me. My guide is saying hello. What if you're really drawn to the ocean and you really want to collect shells and you're really into what the ocean is? Well, that's probably a really good sign about your guide and where they came from. So it is about looking at what your space has in it already. Or what is it, you know, if you're feeling a desire to change your space and you're also noting a connection with your guide, then see if there's a connection between those two designs. Because normally there is. Normally there is this really strong resonance and familiarity, right? It's not foreign. It's like it feels natural to bring these things into your home. It doesn't feel like you're trying. You're naturally drawn to them. You may naturally collect them. So yeah, oh, that's really good. That's a great idea. So, like my best friend's daughter is so drawn to spearheads and collecting things like that. And I mean, it's very obvious that she's got herself a nice little Native American master guide, right? So it's cute to kind of see that, and and feathers. She loves feathers also. So and she's like 10, I think. So it's so. I mean, this is how early it starts. It starts so early that we can look at our life and say, what have we kind of been attracting? And if in the last couple years, has that really changed? So as your connection to spirit has evolved, right? Has your desire for what you want supporting your decor changed? But so you could do this two ways. You can either just look around your space to see what is naturally there. What are you naturally pulling in? What are you naturally drawn to? Or build that connection with the guide first, right? Build that connection and then pull in pieces that feel like they are inspired by the guide. So that either way, you're building that connection with your guide. And you'll find that it's actually kind of peaceful. It's like you've got a little blanket around you. You know, you've got someone tucking you in. So it's looking at what do we already have? What are we already bringing in? What is already around us? And what are we being called to pull in? What are we being called to add into our space? In my reading room, for any of you who have been in the reading room, I have got this amazingly huge dream catcher. And it was interesting. I was in a store. I mean, this was a few years ago. I was in a store and I happened to look up and that was it. Like, I was like, okay, that is mine. I don't even know how I saw it. And I was like, that's mine. And it's like a centerpiece in this space, but that is clearly, you know, it just shows you my guide is so around so much and so strong, and that connection is so strong that it allows you to start trusting yourself, trusting what you're getting, surrendering to your own path because you're building that connection with your guide. So you see, you may not need the name of your guide. You know, you don't need the name necessarily. Just look around. And then you can, I also feel that you can kind of determine the gender. Like, I mean, I know my guide is a male, but I'm also drawn to, like, I don't like things too feminine in the space, right? I like it to be kind of indeterminate in a way, right? And so look at your space. Do you like it more feminine? Or do you like it more masculine? So maybe that will tell you, you know, who your guide is. At least kind of, is it a male or female, right? Are you drawn to certain things? So there's so much information that is already there for us. So much information that is right before us if we just look. Now, if you have that college bachelor pad, well, where everything is IKEA, which we've all had, which is really, you know, survival of the fittest at that point, right? But, you know, you can still kind of look at what accents are you being drawn to. Do you want to burn candles, or you're not attracted to candles at all? Do you want you want some seashells in your space? Do you want some sand in your space? Do you want mermaids? Or you really want mermaids up on the wall? Are you really into Greek gods and goddesses? Like, I have a good friend, and her whole place is all like, let's say kind of that Greek mythology, right? Sculptures, Greek sculpture. I mean, it's so obvious her master guide is definitely from that era, right? Definitely from that region and that era. So it's just looking around. So play this with your friends. Go to your friends' places and just start spying on their stuff. They won't mind. Just start spying on it and seeing what is around, you know, what is around. Told by Shabby Chic Master Guide, no decorating. That is so funny, Stephen. That is really funny. But if some of you are noticing, look around your space right now. Do you see anything? Post it. Let me know. Are you kind of looking around saying, oh, wait, oh my God, I cannot believe I never connected the dots. Like, there it is right there. It's definitely there. So good morning, Tiffany. And it is fun to see what we bring in and again, how it evolves. Right? The more that connection evolves, I feel that the space will naturally evolve. So, like we talked about, you've got some homework assignments, right? You've got to start decluttering, right? We're going to make that a project. Declutter, get that space cleaned up, free it up, move stuff around. Then you're going to practice your feng shui. Yeah, you're going to look at some things, figure out where you need to put some things, maybe rearrange that space to raise vibration, to open up opportunity, to let abundance know that you are ready. You got this. I'm here. I'm available. Yeah? Now, we got to kind of decorate with some things that do mean something. Remember in that feng shui, let go of something if it doesn't mean something to you, if it doesn't have that personal connection. But now we also want to add things that do have a connection, that do resonate, that do make us feel good. So allow yourself to, look at your guide if you have that connection, or look at what you're naturally drawn to and start adding a couple little things to your space, a couple little things to see what it does. There are some things, you may see some things in your space that are connected to other guides. Like, I think I've got some kind of antique-y looking stuff, and I really think that that's actually from my career guide. Like, I'm always thinking like an Einstein, because it's not me, God, I wish, not me like an Einstein, but a guide who's kind of like an Einstein. He's a problem solver, always looking to do things differently, mechanical, inventor. So I noticed some things in my space that are kind of a bit like that, but I know that that's just that guide kind of putting in his 2 cents, right? So anyhow, I do hope that helps. Put some things in your space, look around, see what you've got, see what you're drawn to, and just ask, what is that connection? Why am I being drawn to that? Where is it from? And that will really help start to piece together the mystery of your master guide. Okay, so there you go. Happy Thursday. Oh, there you go. We are almost done the week. You guys are doing a good job. Keep your chin up. It's easy. Fridays are easy to get through, right? Because we're just fantasizing about the weekend, okay? So there you go. See, perfect. Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you. All right, fabulous, beautiful, awesome selves. Go and have a nice convo with your master guide, and let's touch base later. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, real quick. Sorry, almost forgot. Tonight, live with Colby Psychic Rebel, it's that premiere episode of the special investigation episode. I have got an intuitive specialist, Jennifer Schaefer. This is what she does. She teaches it. She is going to be the co-host tonight. We're going to do it once a month. We're going to talk about a case. Sometimes it's a missing person, a cold case, an unsolved mystery. We're going to dive deep. We're going to look at the case. We're going to see what we can pull out of it, see what was discovered. So come join us, 5 p.m. Pacific time. It will be right here on this Facebook page. So join us. Join me and Jen. We're going to have a great time. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.